Rain.
Ooh, it smells good. Giant bakery behind these lockers.
Smells good. That smells great.
Alright, we are in Kyoto and it is very wet and rainy and busy Sunday afternoon, so we're gonna check out this Nishiki Market first.
Oh boy. I should have went back over there.
Oh my gosh. Oh, so close. Almost. Alright.
So close.
Full store. What's going on here? Ooh. Alright, we're making our way to the hotel. It's crowded everywhere we go, it seems. A lot of people. It is also raining, so I think people are trying to seek shelter under the overhangs and covered galleries. Of course, everybody also has umbrellas, so it takes up even more space. Alright, we just got to our hotel, and it's pretty cute. It's kind of tucked away pretty in the Arashiyama ward, and it's pretty close to a lot of attractions and subway.
Here we are.
Pretty cozy. As it seems with all Japanese accommodations, there's a nice bathtub. Thank goodness, because we need it.
For 1.4 million yen.
Aha, wow, okay. Well, the katanas. So this is Yasaka Shrine, which is relatively close to our hotel. It's open 24 hours. It's a Shinto shrine, and it was erected in 656 AD. It says on Google anyway. Not sure what parts of the shrine, are still around from that time, but it looks like most of the buildings are not quite that old. Right now we're in Marutama Park, which is behind the Yasaka Shrine, and it's quite quiet actually. The rain just stopped, so everything kind of has fresh little rain droplets on it, but the trees themselves are pretty bare of blossoms. I imagine this place gets really busy when the cherry blossoms are out, because most of the trees here are cherry trees. There's some nice bridges and ponds and trails. So we just got some
Matcha ice
We
cream.
just got some special Kyoto matcha. It's called tsujiri matcha, which Kyoto is known for. I got a latte with ice cream in it. Trey got just soft serve ice cream. It's very tasty. And there's lots of cafes that serve this specific kind of matcha, tsujiri style, in this area. So we ordered some sashimi and it's a lot. Alright. Good morning. It is Monday, March 17th, our first full day in Kyoto, and we're starting the day with a bus ride. We're going to Arashiyama Monkey World, is that what it's called? I think so. On the west side of town, to see some wild Japanese macaques, and then we're going to explore that area for the rest of most of the day, I think.
We're on bus number 66.
Bus 66. The buses here are very comfortable, easy to use, and these ones actually have some English, unlike the bus in Nagoya. Alright, we made it to Arashiyama and it's raining again. Alright, we got our tickets for Arashiyama Monkey Park and we're heading up. There's a bit of a 20-minute walk so far, mostly stairs. And it's about 9:30 or so, not too busy yet, but there are still people here for sure. Monday morning.
Don't point your camera directly towards the monkeys. Don't do it.
There it goes. Okay, looks like we're almost at the top. This is a bit of a rest area here. Look at them. Sorry. So cute. And there's a nice view. Huh? Oh my gosh, just sitting. Look, there's a little one. They have a pretty good view of the city. They're all over this feeding hut. Oh, pictures. Here, an Asian technicolor.
What do you think of all these monkeys?
They're monkeying around. Oh. Trey almost got in the middle of a spat there. Oh, monkey politics. Probably not too different from our own politics. Bunch of bullying and name calling. Alright, we're about to cross a famous bridge. What was it called? I can't remember. An egret.
What's the bridge called?
This is the Togetsuyo Bridge over the Katsura River. Alright, so we opted to bypass going inside Kinkakuji Temple. It's pretty crowded. And instead, we're deciding to go through the gardens, which is 500 yen, and will lead us to the bamboo forest. Well, it looks like some blue sky. It's still raining, however. Alright, we made it to the tranquil bamboo forest, and it's, of course, packed. There's a traffic jam. Well, that was the bamboo forest. What do you think?
It's pretty cool.
Very cool, but
Big bamboos.
very busy.
Too many people.
Taxi. Good luck. Alright, it's busy as hell on that main street, Arashiyama street. I don't know if that's what it's called, but we're gonna try to find a restaurant that's a little bit further removed from all that craziness. But no guarantees. It's probably gonna be busy too.
Crazy how many like people and tourists are, but then there are also the people pushing those carts down the street.
Yeah.
Like through the throngs of people. That just what a weird system.
And then there's cars driving on the street. It's like, what in the... Alright, it is 2 o'clock or so, and we just got off the bus. We're heading to Kinkakuji Temple, which is one of the really famous ones, and it took about 5 minutes for everyone to get off the bus because everyone's paying a change. We are expecting to be very busy. We're taking a little side street to get there, so we've got a moment of respite from the crowds. But I'm sure it's going to be chaotic, but hopefully worth it. This temple looks really cool. It's the one that's completely covered in gold plating, so should be good. And the sun is out now finally. Somehow it's still raining a little bit, even though the sky is mostly blue. Alright, we're approaching the main gate. Pretty cool. Right, well that was the Kinkakuji Temple. What did you think?
It was awesome.
Yeah,
beautiful.
one of the most beautiful temples I've seen. I can see why it's so popular. I think that is probably one of the most popular attractions in Kyoto, and it was quite busy, but fortunately they can accommodate quite a lot of tourists. There's kind of viewing areas like 180 degrees around the temple, and there's a path that you follow, so it kind of prevents there from being too much congestion. And there's gift stores kind of all the way back, so lots of opportunities to buy little things. But even so, it was still quite busy. We had to kind of walk in like a long queue the whole time, basically.
I wonder what it's like during peak cherry blossom season.
Yeah, so we obviously just missed the cherries. And in the fall, I guess it's also a popular destination because there's quite a bit of forest in the park around the temple, and it would have really nice fall colors as well. So this temple was built in 1397 by Yoshimitsu, the third shogun of Ashikaga. And its, I guess, proper name is Rokwanji, but for some reason it's commonly known as Kinkakuji. So we're going to take the bus back down to Arashiyama, our neck of the woods, and we'll go from there. Currently we are walking up the main route to the Kiyomizu-dera temple, one of the other famous temples in Kyoto, and it is packed. It's a beautiful afternoon, and there's cars coming down this tiny route. Tower? Oh yeah. Kyoto. That's right. Right. Coast clear. All right, back into the throng. There's even some cherry blossoms. There it is, the tower downtown. Oh. This isn't even the main shrine. I think this is only like the gate. It's a bit further up.
All right.
Follow the crowds. There we are. Wow. Going back up. We're making our way back down from the shrine, and we stopped for some Kyoto Wagyu beef steam bun. It's tasty. Thank you. Alright, we timed this pretty well. We went up there about 5, which is an hour before sunset. And we're making our way back down before the shrine closes at 6, so there's going to be a mass exodus. And we just beat that. We didn't see, proper sunset. That's okay. It was beautiful lighting while we were up there. And we avoided the crowds going down. Good morning. Today is Tuesday, March 18th, our final full day in Japan. Sad, but we've got a fun day planned. Watch out, car coming. We're starting the day with Fushimi Inari Shrine, which is one of the most popular attractions in Kyoto. And it's about 10 a.m., so hopefully it's not too busy yet. It's a chilly morning, but beautiful, sunny, and calm. Oh, and here we are. We've arrived at our first gate, the Great Torii. And there are crowds indeed. Alright, here we go. Pretty small. Whoa. Wow. Whoa. Yeah. Pause it for a moment. Alright, we've made some progress. We've left most of the crowds behind. No idea how much climbing we have left. Looks like there's quite a bit more, but it's much quieter up here, which is really nice. And there's a few shrines every few minutes. Alright, I think it took us about 45 minutes to get up here from the bottom. Going at a very gradual, slow pace, not stopping too often. And it was about 2.5 kilometers in total. And now we begin the descent. Some good sized trees here. Alright, ready to make our way back down. This is the end of the loop. Yep, back where the busy crowds begin. Alright, we're almost back down in the city. A tiny cherry blossom grove, and it's very popular. There's a queue to take photos. Well, that was the Fushimi Inari Taisha shrine. What do you think?
Pretty awesome.
So we spent about 2.5 hours there in total, going all the way up and down. Got a little bit of coffee on the way back, and now we're going to enjoy some takoyaki that we picked up. Let's see. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. This is going to take
Here, you might need
more work. Take two. It's slightly more edible now. Pretty good. We snagged some pastries from a nearby bakery called 8. This area around here is called Fushimi Inari Village. It's centered around the nearest subway station, which of course means there's constantly a train coming by. It's very busy, touristy. Oh, here comes. And of course there's lots of street food and all the things that tourist or souvenir stores and all the things that you would expect here. Okay, we just got off the subway. Next stop is Nijo Castle, which is kind of right in the middle of Kyoto. Looks like it's a little bit less congested here, and it's still beautiful and sunny. Got some ducks in the moat. I found that castle moats are one of the better spots for wetland or water birding anyway in the city. There's a bunch of Eurasian widgeons, northern shovelers. This is the Ninomaru Palace behind us, which we did not get tickets to go into, but we did see a similar palace in Nagoya, which is why we opted not to go inside, and it's also beautiful sunny. We kind of wanted to check out the outside. And the other palace, there are 2 palaces here in the grounds of this castle. The other one is closed today for whatever reason. Oh, yeah. Oh, it looks like the other side. Be a good view up here. Cool. There's the palace. This is looking south towards more downtown Kyoto. And we've got some cherry blossoms just starting to fill in. I'm getting a good south sun. This is the north gate, and this is a cherry blossom tunnel, which is not yet blossoming. Once again, we're a little too early for the cherry blossoms.
It's a branch tunnel.
But we did see some plum tree blossoms on the other side of the castle. Well, that wraps up our trip to Nijo Castle. So we walked around the outside of the castle and the gardens surrounding the area, and that cost 800 yen.
Not nearly as crowded.
Yeah, it was actually very refreshing to not have as many crowds around. It was relaxing.
Wow. Whoa. Oh yes, that one crow in the front has something in his mouth. That one right there. You can see it.
making our way back to our hotel for a little break. And we decided to come walk along the riverside here, the Kamo River. And I'm glad we did because it's a happening place. Everybody's kind of enjoying the sun, nice weather, there's lots of birds, lots of ducks, kites, black kites, and crows chasing each other for food, some herons, and lots of wagtails singing. Very peaceful. Alright. Bye, Hotel Sasarindu. Alrighty, well, we're ready to end our voyage. We've got our luggage here, we just checked out of the hotel. We're gonna take a taxi to the Kyoto station. And then we have maybe an hour or so there before we take the Shinkansen back to Tokyo. This morning when we woke up, it was snowing. Now it's switched over to rain and a little bit of sun. So we'll probably just spend some time indoors. What time we have left here in Kyoto. So we dropped off our luggage at a coin-operated locker. Most of them were full, but we found a few empty ones. Bought our Shinkansen tickets, and now we have 2 hours left to explore this area. Kind of checking out the train station, and we're going to take a glimpse at the Kyoto Tower. The other side of the station, the south side, was super packed. We kind of made our way around to the north side, which is less busy. And there's lots of restaurants, lots of stores.
Sure, I'm gonna miss all this delicious food.
Yeah. Oh man. Gotta try to eat as much as we can before we leave. We have a backpack full of snacks already from Family Mart from last night. Kyoto Tower. Oh. I guess it's right above us. Alright, we're going up the tower since it's not too cloudy. $900 to go to the observation deck, which is on the, well, it's 100 meters up.
There's a beer garden.
Alright, we made it up. Easy peasy. Easy peasy. Wow, look at the mountains. Which way are we facing here? This is facing southeast, and the train station below is huge. Here we go, concrete evidence to support the fact that we've missed the cherry blossom blooms too early. They're all still budding.
So plums though.
Some plums at Nijo Castle. Look at that, you get a free little newspaper cutout. Alright, we're ready to descend back down from the elevator. Got our luggage, and it's time for the Shinkansen.
What track is it?
22. Nozomi?
Yeah, Nozomi 22, track 11.
Track 11. Okay, here we are settled in on the Shinkansen. We've got a window seat, hoping to get a glimpse of Mount Fuji if it's not too cloudy on the way by.
Yeah.
So our train is an hour and a half from Kyoto to Tokyo, just outside of Tokyo, near the station nearest the airport. It cost us $187 worth, about for 2 tickets. 14,000 yen. 28,000 yen for 2. Yeah, and one other thing about these trains is that there's not a lot of luggage space. So we attempted to get they have oversized luggage seats, which were sold out for this train. So they're pretty hard to get, they're limited. So this is what it looks like when you have a full-sized bag and your regular seat. There's just enough sort of legroom, but if you're any taller than we are, then good luck. We got some ekiben here that we purchased for the train, so that's a little bento box you eat on the train. You get it at the train station, the eki. Get a variety of things and some drinks. So, cheers. Bye. How is it?
Tasty.
How's that lotus?
Yeah.
Thank you. Well, we're about to board our plane back to Chicago, and with that, our trip to Japan comes to an end.
Oh.
Very sad to be leaving because we had an incredible time in this country. It's incredibly beautiful, remarkably busy, especially Kyoto, but it's still worth it. Any specific highlights that stick in your mind?
People are really nice. Too many tourists, but the Japanese people are really nice.
Japanese people are really friendly and polite. The food, I think, was probably my number one highlight.
The ease of transportation, like the ease of being able to get to different places is really nice.
Everything is
Despite
so
the
efficient. Yeah. A highlight was definitely staying in the ryokan. Doing and Hapone, that was super nice, relaxing.
all the food, sushi.
Food, temples. Incredible trip. Definitely have to come back another time. Until next time, that is it. Follow me if you like this video. Matty Adventuring signing off. Bye.